Neighbor's corn's looking all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. So, it would appear as though Iowa has decided to move to Colorado. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We don't know how to farm in the mud. I don't get it. We don't handle it well. Mainly because we're not used to it. We're a desert, not a rainforest. So when it does turn wet, everyone just kind of stands around and goes, what the hell do we do now? We've been rained out since Friday. It's now Tuesday. Yeah, it's been weird, guys. Yesterday, a pop-up shower came through. 1.5 inches of rain. That isn't a thing here. A pop-up shower comes through, you settle the dust. You don't get 1.5 inches of rain unless it's a full-on thunderstorm. So, yeah, we're struggling to figure this out, but we're figuring it out. I'm liking the rain. Freaking, this is so much funner, at least, than being in a drought and everything's dying. So, we get a nice long journey today with the choppers. The only dry field, 30 miles away. Let's go have some fun. We're about 45 minutes into the move. I think we're kind of halfway. There's the old famous hemp farm. It's got quite a bit of interesting videos when we're there chopping corn with random hemp plants in it. Everyone thinks it's pot. It's really funny to watch. Yeah, the reason we're going this far is because of how much rain we've got at home. Yesterday, during the noon hour at our main shop there, the blue shop, 1.75 inches of rain. I said it before, I'll say it again. We don't know how to handle this. But these guys up here, I guess they only got about 4 tenths total over the last couple of days. 150 acres. What did Tuna say? It's like a 24-mile haul for these trucks, but it's only one turn because we're cutting right along the highway. They just head right down the highway, turn in at the feed line. It's going to be a lot of sitting and waiting for Glenn and I feel. Oh, between muddy dirt roads and now rough paved roads, I really don't know what to take. I'm not taking the highway anymore than I have to, just because it doesn't seem like a great idea. Either way, keep venturing along. I'll let you guys know when we get there. Hour and 45 minutes later, and a couple of close calls on the highway, we're in the field. See how this goes. Of course, metal detected already. Oh, Cameron, you would have to get stuck. Hopefully I don't get stuck. See how this goes. And I'm spinning. Awesome. Let's lock in the differential. There we go. Now I can pull. Come on, baby. I want to stay in the field. Quit turning me. Alright, I need 2 hands. Holy crap, that was by far the toughest pull ever. I had to pull him 100 yards and he's fully loaded. Son of a gun. We crawled our way out of that one. Okay, Cam, don't do that shit again. That was unreal. God dang, I was scared that rope was gonna break. Look at that. Just look at that. This view is getting old. This is the 4th truck that's had to be pulled through this area. It's getting better. She almost made it on her own. Blanca's the closest one so far. But we're not quite there yet. I'm hoping as we keep moving in, it gets drier and drier. Because this ain't gonna work. See if this resolves the situation at all. You know, it's not as easy as like corn and beans where you can just kind of stop and turn around. Well, you really can't do that with this many wheels in the operation. So they cut through. It's gonna be close. The wet spot's kind of right through there. So it's gonna be real close, kind of where they're getting to. Hopefully it'll cure it. And then the plan is to have them swath this tonight, let it dry out overnight, and tomorrow, whenever we're still here chopping, we'll pick it up. Hopefully that works, because I don't want to leave it. I don't want to leave a mess. Trucks are keeping up better than I thought they would. They all show up at once, usually what happens with a long haul. And then by the time we run out, we're basically out of windrows. So, that works. Downside, swather is struggling with the mud. I think it's building up underneath the header and just causing massive problems. It's kind of one of those things that happens when you deal with wet conditions. And with it having trouble, then our merger has a lot of trouble, then we have trouble. It's one of those pain in the ass things, but you have to deal with, because there's no other option really. Sit here and wait for it to get dry on its own so we can direct cut it with a Zern. Well, then we'd have about a week to cut everything. So that doesn't work. You got to be able to swath it. But you got to keep that swather clean or it becomes a friggin' nightmare. So, sit here and wait. Should be about 15, maybe 20 minutes. And the truck should be back. Swather man went to go mess with his knives because they were shot. So I got most all the trucks turned around. These two guys cleaning it up. Good old Cam gets the last load because they'll get that row, he'll be full. Now our next problem is we got that guy and we got that guy. Two Thunderheads. Which friggin' way are they gonna go? We've been keeping an eye on the Thunderheads back over to the west where we were. So far everything's staying quite a ways to the west of them. The next question is, if we can chop tomorrow, where the hell do we go? Because we are running out of time. This stuff is going to start to turn fast. We got to get this figured out. These rows are what was cut Friday when we were trying to figure out which way the rain was going to go. So there's a handful of rows there and around the outside. Not a whole lot on the ground, thankfully. Underneath, it's still going to be wet and slimy, so moisture content should be okay. It's whether trucks can drive on this. With an inch of rain yesterday, that is definitely the biggest concern. But we got to figure it out. We're not used to this. So either way, guys, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat dinner. Not a damn thing we can do about the weather, right? So I'm gonna go relax. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.